Well, hello viewers, and welcome back to my radio repair channel. What do we have today? A fridge. And then what's wrong with it? Well, it doesn't work anymore. Last night when I grabbed the beer, it was like, it doesn't feel as cold. You know, it must be, I don't know, maybe it's not in there long enough. You know. But then it was like, no, those tins are in there for at least 24 hours already, so that should be really cold. So I checked the freezer part, and sure enough, most of the frozen stuff was like half defrosted. Like, uh-oh. So I tried to unplug it and plug it back in. Yeah, inside the freezer compartment there is a little fan that is running. And if you open the door, the light comes on. So it does get electricity, that's not a problem, but you don't hear the compressor kicking in anymore. Now there could be a few things wrong with it. It could be either the compressor itself is not working anymore, or the compressor is not getting a signal. Since this is a type of fridge that has like a fridge and a freezer compartment separate, but it only runs off one compressor. So it actually would have to switch between either cooling the freezer or cooling the fridge. I don't know exactly how that works, I haven't taken one apart yet. And you'd say like, oh, why don't you go back to the shop, because this fridge is only 3 months old. Yeah, I could do that, but warranty is something that I don't think exists in Indonesia. I don't think they have a word for that. So, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to pull it away from the wall, turn it around, and see at least if we can see what is wrong with it. So like I said, it's either the compressor that is not running anymore, and the compressor itself is broken, or the compressor is not getting a signal. And that's the one what we are trying to find out today. So here we are looking at the back side of the fridge, and here's the little electrical box. Here's the power cable. So we take this off and see what we will find inside. Hey, brand new screwdrivers, by the way. Hey, how about that, huh? I hope you can see it. I put the camera up, but I can't look at the little screen of the camera itself, so should be fine. Alright, now here's the box. You can see the power cable going in. This is the grey one. This one goes up inside, and this one goes to the compressor. So let's open this little box up. There's not any screws holding it, I see. Just oh, there's one other. Alright, there you go. Well, that's it. A simple little circuit board. Let's see if we can get that a little closer. Alright. Now you can see here the power cable. This is the wire that goes to the compressor. And this must be the interior light, or the end or the fan. And this is very likely from the thermostat. Or both thermostats, by the way, there are 2 of them in there. So, well, what could be a first step? The first is to see if the compressor is actually getting any power. Because that's of course important, especially in this state where the fridge is completely warmed up. The first thing that should happen as soon as you plug it in is that after at least a few seconds, something kicks in and makes the compressor work. So let me get my multimeter and set it up. So here I've set it up. This is the plug from the fridge. It's 220 volts over here. It's my multimeter, and then here is the connector that goes to the compressor. So I plug that in. I plug the fridge in, and you can actually hear it click. There's 2 relays on there. One of them should at least click. Come on. Right. Listen. Click. And there we go, 2 to 8 volts. So there is power going towards the compressor. It's only the compressor doesn't want to run. Well, we found out what the problem is, I suppose. I can make that more visible. And if you don't have a multimeter, there's another way of figuring out what's wrong with it. So I'm gonna set that up and we're gonna test that also. So another way of doing it is to connect a light bulb with the wires temporary to the connector of your compressor, and then you plug your fridge in, and after a few seconds when the relay clicks in, the light should come on. Let's wait for that. See, there you go. So your compressor does get a signal, but the compressor doesn't want to run. So it's clear that there's something wrong with the compressor. And well, according to the sticker on front of the fridge, it says 5 years warranty on the compressor. But I would like to see how much of that is actually going to come true, because I know how things go over here usually. So let's have a look at the sticker in the front. So here it is, the front of the fridge. Here's that sticker. The brand is GEA or GEA, I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. And it says Limatown Garantie Compressor, which means 5-year warranty on the compressor. So I'm curious to see how much of that is indeed going to be become true, so to speak. Well, if you might have guessed, it didn't leave me alone. There was one thing, I was almost towards the end of the video already, and it was about to call the company where I bought it and let them sort it out. But there was one thing I hadn't checked, and that's actually the wire itself that goes from the circuit board to the compressor. There was a plastic lid over it where it's connected to the compressor. And the first instance I couldn't get it off. There was a little screw in there, but that obviously wasn't enough to remove the lid. But so I left it alone, first instance. But I had to check it. So after a lot of wiggling, I did get the lid off, and well, I can show you what I found. Here is the plug on the other end of that cable. So this cable goes to the circuit board. Yeah, that's where you actually had a signal, and we had 220 volts coming on that wire. And this is, oh wait, this one is the plug that plugs into the compressor, and as you can see, it's burned. And the reason for that is when I took the plastic lid off, this lid, is that the plug already fell off. So it's not been on there properly, and that's what caused the problem, of course. I'm not sure if I can get this thing new, or if they want to give me another one. I'm not sure. I will try, but first I will try to make this work, just to see if the fridge will be running when I plug this in. So there's 2 pieces. One goes here, and there must be something, a thermal device in there, I suppose, that if the compressor gets overheated, that it switches itself off. Well, that's what it looks like to me, at least. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not a fridge repairman. I'll try to plug this in. So, alright. Well, that's it, I think. Let's see if I plug in the power cable from the fridge. Oh, it actually wants to run. So, here we go. It always takes a few seconds, as you know. Well, there we go. It's running. Can you hear it? that's it. Let's open the door. The fan should be running soon. See if you open the door. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Oh yeah, that's cold air. That's cold air. Oh yeah, very cold. So that means it's working. I have found the fault. Like I said, I don't know if we would be able to get a new plug like that. It would be very nice if they could provide me with one. And otherwise I just have to work with what I have and see if I can take this plug apart. Because the plastic is melted a little bit. With the plug itself, well, there's some, I don't know what you call it, some stuff on there from it not making very good contact with the other side, so it's been a little bit of sparking going on, I suppose. I see how far that plug is damaged by just taking it apart a little bit. As you can see, it had two pieces. The top piece, the white piece of plastic, that's where the face is, well, should be. And the other one is neutral. I think that neutral bit, it's a black bit with a little piece burned out. I think that there's like a thermal, is that protective thing in there, just to stop the compressor from overheating, of course. I think that's what it is, I'm not 100% sure, I will investigate that. If it's just the plastic that is damaged, but the metal contacts inside are still good and I could clean those, then, well, that'd be good enough, I suppose. And otherwise try to see if I can get a new plug. That I think would be the best option. Just to go to these shops and you know, you want your warranty and always try to get away with it. You know how that works. It's even worse over here than it is over in the other side of the world where I originally come from. I always say there is no such thing as a warranty. They will always find something that's wrong with it, which is outside of the warranty. I can tell you stories about it for hours on end, about how I never got warranty. From big companies even, like Sony for example, how they, you know, it's just totally unbelievable how they just actually really show what they're worth. And you only know that as soon as there's something wrong and you claim warranty. That's when you know what a company is worth. I haven't said anything about this company, of course, because I never claimed any warranty. So, but therefore I'm not even going to try. I will tell them about my problem. I will show them this video even, and then see if they would be able to provide me with a new plug. Well, that would be fine, and otherwise so be it. So that's it. I'm going to clean it up a little bit, put it back together, and at least have a working fridge now, because I need cold beer tonight. And then I put an end to this video, maybe with a beer, who knows, a cold one. So here we are. I headed over to my hobby room. Here's that little plug that goes on the end of the compressor. I already took the lid off. This is the lid. You see it's pretty burnt, and that's probably because it didn't make contact very well. So but I took the lid off and looked at the inside. There's a little bit of burn. The metal bits, this one is not too bad. I will try to clean it with some cleaner and a little brush. The other half, which is on the compressor, is just a little pin that sticks out. It also has a little bit of burn mark on it. I will rub that off. I'll find some fine sanding paper or a little copper wire brush, and then we'll see. Oh, what was inside, which I thought would be a thermal fuse or something in that direction. It's not. This is a PTC resistor. It's a long time ago that I've seen one, because I know them from old television sets. They also used to have one of these inside of them. So that's what's inside, nothing special. So I'll clean it up and see if we have any success. Maybe because a little bit of the plastic did actually break off, see if I can repair that with a little epoxy glue. At least there's something that, but it's in place. It's not moving away or anything. So no, it's still strong in its position. So it's not wiggly or anything. But just here, you know, to fill that corner up a little bit. So shoot some cleaner in there. Just a little bit. I have these a little brush. See if it does something. It's getting better. That's the good news. So yeah. Maybe with a little bigger one. Alright. Okay, so well I will continue cleaning this, and like I said, I put a little bit of epoxy glue here to replace the corner, and then I'll come back. So here we are. It's, the fridge is still running, and let's see, I put a thermometer inside the freezer compartment, and let's see what it reads. Minus 15, I believe it is. Don't know if you can see any of it. It doesn't focus very well, does it? Well, if you can't see it, well, you have to believe me. So it works. Nice. Then this is a temporary fix. And so it's time for the beer. So here we are, sitting in my lazy chair, the one I brought from the Netherlands. My cold beer is here waiting for me. Yes, it took a little bit of a different turn, this fridge. At first, well, after I checked it, it looked like that compressor was broken and that it didn't work anymore. Because there was electricity going to the wire that goes to the compressor. Well, the compressor wasn't running. But like I said, there where the wire goes in the compressor, I couldn't get it open in first instance. And like I told you, there's one tiny screw, I took that off, and then I tried to pull the cover off. No such luck. Later, of course, I had to investigate it, so I managed to get it off and then found out what you have seen. I cleaned it, cleaned that little plug. The metal bits are also chewed away a little bit because of the sparking, I think, which must have been going on. There was enough material left, and it's tight enough on that on the pin, so it's been put back together and it's working. A new plug with this PTC resistor is on order, so to speak. I managed to find one. It's around 15 euros, I think, for a new one, so it's not too bad. You would ask, like, why did you bring it back to the shop or let the shop, the place where you bought it, take care of it? Well, it has, like, first of all, as like I said, I don't believe in warranty really. And by the way, usually people who work there are not trained technicians. They're just people who have little knowledge about electricity or about fridges, but really don't go as deep as I did, because they just wouldn't know what to do. And then if they would have found the fault, they probably would just shove that plug back on and go like, oh, look, we fixed it. And then there goes your fridge, and then maybe after some time, you know, it break again, and then the pin that sticks out of the compressor will be burned away, and then you have another problem, of course. So I know how they, you know, so therefore I really don't mind repairing this myself. I buy a new plug with this PTC resistor. It's like I said, it's on order, it's on its way, and so that would be a proper repair. Good. Well, that's it. It's of course beer drinking time. I think this time I really deserved it. It's cold now. Yeah. So yeah, it's another glass again I found. It's a bit small. Right. There we go. People closed. Oh, that is nice. Well, that's nice. After a whole day, it's actually still hot, but you know that you know that already. Roast. Well, that is it. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or remarks or anything at all, as usual, put them in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you next time.